Welcome to the EXP Group, one of the leading providers of business training solutions. Please enjoy this presentation and visit us on the web at www.theexpgroup.com for more information.
Hello and welcome back to the EXP Group's online learning video for ACCA Paper P3 Business Analysis. Now the last four videos have talked us through Chapter 6 of our free Express Notes. Now what I'm going to do today in today's video is just to recap Chapter 6 and just run through quickly as a learning reminder some of the key issues we were discussing. Now the word cloud, again, it's all about change, isn't it? That stands out as being quite obvious. If you remember, we talked briefly about the different types of structure. We had the functional, based around functions, divisional, based around divisions. Remember, how do divisions differ from departments? Well, departments generally are smaller. So we have the accounting department, the production department, research and development department. Divisions generally are bigger. The Asian division, the South American division, and so on. Then we have the matrix structure, which is a matrix that combines both functional and divisional. We then introduced the Change Kaleidoscope by Balogun and Hope Haley. And remember, this was a form of kaleidoscope with the aim being to identify the middle option. You know, what are the choices? Now, the choices we would make would depend on the outer circle, what is the context of the change, and the middle circle. And because these are all different, Balogun and Hope Haley argued it was like looking through a kaleidoscope, and the image would change as we made the movements. After the Change Kaleidoscope, we then had a video talking about Lewin. Kurt Lewin, the father of change models. Lewin argued there were three stages to moving an iceberg, and it's popularly become known as the Iceberg Theory. So we have the unfreezing, the moving, and the refreezing. Now remember, we talked about, how would we change a bad school to a good school, a badly performing school to a good school. The first stage of unfreezing, we would be getting it ready to be moved. We wouldn't actually move it, we would just be getting it ready. So we talked about there would be meetings with the staff, meeting with the parents, telling them that change would happen. That's getting them ready for change. Then we would have the actual movement, so employing new tutors, new teachers, removing the bad teachers. Then we have refreezing, and that is where once we've changed, we make sure that the change stays. So the example we gave in that video was having performance-related pay for the teachers, for example. Okay, we then moved on to another video, and we talked about force field analysis. And again, this was designed by Mr. Lewin, by Kurt Lewin. The basic idea behind this is that we have the current state, in the example we gave, a badly performing school, and we wanted to move that to the desired state, which was a good performing school. And there would be various forces pushing for change and various forces resisting or restraining change. And these arrows, the length of the arrows, represent the time of the force, and the thickness of the arrow represents the strength. So remember, if we want to move from the current state to the desired state, so we want to move from a badly performing school to a better performing school, we can either, to encourage change, increase the driving forces or reduce the restraining forces. Okay, we then had yesterday's video was talking about business process redesign. Business process redesign and what happens there. We introduced Harman's process strategy matrix. Harman's process strategy matrix, which prepares a matrix depending on the importance of the process, of the item that is happening, versus the complexity. So if it's a low importance and low complexity, let's automate. If it's low importance but high complexity, let's outsource it. Make use of experts outside the business. If it's of high importance, simple process, we need to automate for efficiency. And then the final one we've got is to focus on people-based improvements at the top, if it's of high importance and high complexity. So that's a very quick overview of Chapter 6. Please visit us again tomorrow, and we will be moving on to Chapter 7, Information Technology.